In the 2014 general election, the Fijian Electoral Commission will determine from the total number of votes which 50 candidates will occupy the 50 seats of parliament. When the results from all polling stations have been received and then tallied in the National Results Tally Centre, the final national results tally will be delivered to the Electoral Commission by the Supervisor of Elections. This tally will contain the total number of votes received by each candidate and the total number of votes received by each political party. The party list of each political party will have been arranged in descending order, with the party candidate receiving the most votes listed at the top and the one receiving the least votes at the bottom. Table 1 presents a sample of how this will be done. It shows the first few lines of the party list for each of 6 parties. Parties A, B, C, D, E and F with the total number of votes gained by each candidate. At the bottom of each party's list, the total gained by each party is tallied. Party B is running only 8 candidates, the rest are running 50 each, but only 10 each are shown in the table. Also shown are the total votes received by 2 independent candidates. The Electoral Commission takes the above totals for each party and independent candidate and puts them at the head of separate columns under the name of each such party or independent candidate. The totals are added and the result is the total number of valid votes cast. The Electoral Commission then determines what constitutes 5%, 1/20th of that total. Any party or any independent candidate receiving less than that figure, called a threshold, will be declared eliminated. The bottom part of Table 2 shows the total valid vote, 550,029. 5% of that figure is 27,501.45. Party B with 23,441 votes and independent candidate number 2 with 10,462 votes fall under the threshold of 5% and are therefore eliminated. They, together with their votes, will not be allocated any seats. Now begins the allocation of seats. This is done by dividing the total votes of each remaining party and remaining independent candidate by 1, entering the figures under the names of respective parties and independent candidates. For parties, but not for independent candidates, the top row of figures is divided by 2, then by 3, then by 4, and so on, up to the number of candidates a party is running. It enters the resultant figures, termed quotients, in their respective columns. The figures will be rounded off to the nearest whole numbers. Table 3 continues the sample of the preceding 2 tables. The relevant divisors, 1, 2, 3 and so forth, are on the left, and the quotients of each party are arranged in columns under each party's name. The Electoral Commission then determines which are the 50 highest figures. 50 because there are 50 seats to be allocated. It marks these figures by putting a circle around each of them in order up to the number 50. The number of circled figures in the column of each party and independent candidate is then added up. These totals are the proportional share of the 50 seats which is due to the respective party or independent candidate. In Table 3, the total of seats due to each party and independent candidate is written at the bottom of each column of the table. The Electoral Commission must now determine which candidates of each party are to occupy the seats won by that party. This it does by looking back at the party lists, ordered according to who got most votes. This was given by the Supervisor of Elections. The topmost candidates on each list will occupy the number of seats that party has won. Looking back at our tables, we see that Table 3 has shown us that Party A won 12 seats, Party C won 5 seats, and so on. In Table 1, therefore, the 12 candidates at the top of Party A's list are deemed elected. The 5 at the top of Party C's list are also deemed elected, and so on.